How much does that cost to sell a house? That's what I'm going to help you understand. So stay tuned. Hello, I'm Jillian. I'm a real estate agent licensed with High Garden Real Estate in Indianapolis. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Thursday. Okay, let's talk money. How much does it cost to sell a house? As a seller, you have few costs, but they do add up. First things first, you're going to pay a commission to a real estate agent. When you hire a real estate agent, you agree to pay a certain percentage of your selling price to that agent for their commission. When a buyer comes to the party, your real estate agent is going to share the commission with that buyer's agent. So basically it's split between both the buyer's agent and the listing agent, but it's paid for by the seller. Pro tip. Buyers don't pay a real estate commission for their transaction. So if you are selling a house to buy a new house, you only have to pay for a real estate commission one time. That's a positive. You will only pay for the commission on the house you are selling. Now, I'm sure you've heard how much money there is to be made in real estate, and that you may have the impression that real estate agents make beaucoup bucks and we're all millionaires. Well, it's not true, because as you've seen, that commission already gets split with the buyer's agent. And then on top of that, what's left after that split, there's another split with the brokerage for the listing agent. And then the agent has to pay for professional photography, because that's what's going to help your house sell the fastest and look the nicest. The agent is going to pay for all marketing costs. Do you need drone photos? Is it a property that's going to sell faster because of drone photos? Those are extra. Do you need a virtual tour? That's extra. All of these costs come out of the agent's pocket. Simply trying to enlighten you that there's more to what a real estate agent is paid behind the scenes. The next thing a seller is going to have to pay for are the property taxes for the time that the seller has lived in the home. That means they're paying property taxes up until closing day. So on the seller's closing sheet, you're going to see that line item. Here in Indiana, property taxes are a little weird. Property taxes are paid in arrears. What does that mean? Taxes are due May 10th and November 10th. So we're in the month of May. May 10th, property owners were paying property taxes for 2019 in 2020. That means they're paying on the previous year in the current year. See how it gets a little confusing? Don't worry, your real estate professional will explain this to you, your title company will explain it to you, and you're going to see debits and credits. Right now, we are in a seller's market. That means that there are more buyers than there are sellers. Even though we are in a seller's market currently, it is common for buyers to ask for some help on their closing costs. And who are they asking? They're asking the seller. So they're asking the seller to contribute some funds towards the closing of the property. This especially happens with first-time home buyers. I don't know about you, but who has $50,000, $60,000 sitting in the bank to buy a house? It's just not feasible. Buyers typically will only put 3% down on a house nowadays. Something else a seller may have to pay for is a home warranty. Now, a home warranty typically costs about $500 for a 1-year period. So that gives an extra peace of mind to the buyer that they're not going to have any major unforeseen expenses in that first year of living in the home. It's cheap. $500 in the big picture of things is not that much. And if it's going to make your house sell faster, I highly recommend paying for this. Again, with a first-time home buyer, this is a very common ask, so be prepared. If you're thinking about doing a for sale by owner to save paying real estate agent commissions, good luck. As a real estate agent, I pay thousands of dollars a year to be part of what's called the MLS. That is the multiple listing service. That means my listings go on the MLS and then they are available to the public, to all third-party websites such as Zillow, Realtor.com, and so on. How do you search for homes these days? You get on the net and you Google, and that's how it shows up. My properties are going to show up, and a for sale by owner is not going to show up. I pay for that privilege. For sale by owners do not pay for that privilege. My properties are going to sell faster and for more money. For sale by owners, not so much. Plus, if you do a for sale by owner, you are going to pay hundreds in marketing costs to get your property out there. You are going to pay hundreds in professional photography. And then after all of that, who's going to handle the legal paperwork? Do you have experience in legal contracts? Because there are a lot of contracts and negotiations that go with buying or selling a house. Are you going to take care of that? Are you going to deal with the court system if something goes wrong? Because all of that legal contract paperwork is included under a real estate agent's commission. Plus, people who are looking at for sale by owner homes are looking for a deal. They are looking to take advantage of the person who is not a professional real estate agent. I just don't recommend it. I have heard horror stories from people who have tried to do this. It's best to hire a professional. Like my mom always said, you get what you pay for. Now you know what it costs to sell a home in Indy. But do you know how much your home is worth? If you are thinking, yeah, my neighbor down the street just sold their house for $300,000, so clearly my home is worth $300,000. Did your neighbor really sell it for $300,000? Or did they sell it for $279,000 and they're rounding up? Is their house even the same comparably to your house? Don't worry, I'm here to help. If you are thinking of selling, now is a great time. Hello, seller's market. Click the link below to get a free, no obligation home evaluation so I can start to give you an idea of what your home is worth. This is going to help you determine if now is the right time for you to sell. I'm Jillian. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week.